bombshell news out of San Francisco, where Nancy Pelosi has just laid waste to Donald Trump and rocked the Democratic establishment all in one day. That woman sure knows how to get things done. Just ask Gavin Newsom, whose Prop 50 to redistrict California leaned heavily on the former Speaker of the House. I'm going to show clips of Pelosi's day, so stick around for all of them because each one is more hair-raising than the next. Pelosi has been throwing herself into the Prop 50 ballot initiative, and with good reason. She knows as much as anyone that Trump is trying to rig the system to maintain authoritarian rule, and she has had enough. There have already been signs of Pelosi abandoning the usual decorum and giving both barrels to the right wing. Just a couple of weeks ago, she gave it to one of those right-wing influencers turned journalists on the steps of the Capitol.
Why did you refuse the National Guard on January 6th?
Shut up. I did not refuse the National Guard. The president didn't send it. Why are you coming here with Republican talking points as if you're a serious journalist?
And she certainly hasn't been holding back campaigning for Prop 50.
Fate of the nation is riding on this next election, starting with Proposition 50. The very idea that they would take away Medicaid from tens of millions of people in our country, cut Medicare by $500 billion, increase the cost of the Affordable Care Act, and take food out of the mouths of babies. Why? To give tax cuts to the richest people in America. This has to come to an end.
But today, she went to DEFCON 1 and torched Trump, but then backed it up with the facts. Watch this.
He's just a vile creature. The worst thing on the face of the earth. But anyway.
You think he's the worst thing on the face of the earth?
I do, yeah. I do.
Why is that?
Because he's the President of the United States and he does not honor the Constitution of the United States. In fact, he's turned the Supreme Court into a rogue court. He's abolished the House of Representatives.
And if that sounds a lot like a politician who wants to go down in a blaze of glory, that's because she probably is. Several sources are reporting today that Pelosi is going to announce that she is retiring after this term, and that she's going to make that announcement on Tuesday. Watch this clip, and you be the judge of whether she's going to retire. Make no mistake about it, Nancy Pelosi was the only Democratic speaker of the modern era who could get Democrats to vote as a bloc on key policy issues. Her retiring is going to rock the Democratic establishment in several ways. For one, Hakeem Jeffries will now be on his own as he tries to run for Speaker in the next House. In addition, Pelosi will no longer be in a position to hold back the next generation of leaders and put establishment Dems in positions of power. She held back both AOC and Jasmine Crockett, preventing them both from becoming ranking member of the House Oversight Committee. The woman who held this party together with an iron will has actually been thwarting the next generation of leadership from taking up the fight against Trump. Her retirement, however, is putting Sakrat Chakrabarti, an anti-establishment candidate, in the driver's seat. Chakrabarti already had the courage to run against her and made opposing the establishment part of his campaign. Watch.
So you're not just a pundit commenting on Hakeem Jeffries from a distance. If you are elected to Congress, you will be a member of his caucus?
Yes, I will, but I won't be voting for him for leader.
Well, you beat me to my question.
Yeah.
So he goes up for Speaker, you'll say no?
No, I think he's failed as leader for the Democratic Party.
As a freshman who comes into a House Democratic majority, you will say, I'm not backing Hakeem Jeffries.
Not only am I not backing Hakeem Jeffries, I'm talking about, I'm going to be calling for people to primary all the Democrats who have completely failed this party.
You think Hakeem Jeffries should be primary?
Yes, absolutely. I'm saying that to the camera. Hakeem Jeffries should be primaried. If there's someone out there who can primary him, please do it.
There is a young city councilman who's doing very well at the moment called Chiose, who is being asked to run against him. Let's see what he does. Okay, so you've been very strong on that. Okay, let me ask you this. That's Hakeem Jeffries. What about Chuck Schumer? Should your old boss AOC run against Chuck Schumer in a primary, or should she run for president in a primary? Or she should do both?
Maybe, but could you do both? I mean, I'm not going to pretend to tell her what she should do. She should do what she wants to do, but Chuck Schumer should absolutely be primaried as well.
So not necessarily by AOC, but he should be primaried.
Yes.
Now, in addition to being anti-establishment, Chakrabarti is also one of those next-gen Democrats who turns down Wall Street and AIPAC money. Nancy Pelosi making room for him is going to create havoc for establishment Dems. It's a Tea Party moment for Democrats, and it's about time. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats. And if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. You'll not only help out our channel, you'll be taking concrete action and helping get rid of Trump and the MAGA movement who ushered him in.